So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you happen to turn on this video. So this is a short, almost introduction to Qigong. For me, it's a little bit more of an introduction because I like to do these every day. I think almost every day. Because I think that these very simple, gentle exercises really encourage our general health and well-being, but also more directly will work with the joints. So let's go ahead and we get started with what we call with a gentle sway. And that would be just rotating our hips from our hips and our waist. So rotating from our hips and our waist, going from side to side. And as you rotate, maybe going a little bit deeper from one side to another, you might notice that your arms automatically move. Maybe you can feel that coolness, the coolness of the air on your arms and hands and fingers. And then we can add a little bit to this by starting to tap our body, to maybe bending our elbows and tap different areas of our body. When we tap our back, we're tapping around the kidneys and the kidney meridian. And in Chinese medicine, they say that we have meridians, lines or energy lining going up and down our body that are related to different systems. And so when we tap the front of our body, we tap the liver and the spleen, and then we can bend our elbows a little bit more and get the lungs and the heart. Because the idea with Qigong is that we keep energy flowing throughout our body. So let's just slow this down, because where there's stagnant energy, that can lead to possible disease and injury. So we want to keep this flowing. And you can feel that as we're doing this simple sway. So as I said, we'll slow it down. And now let's gently make a fist. And it doesn't matter which hand, because we're going to do both sides. And I actually almost like to call it curled fingers rather than a fist, because you really want a sense of ease as you're doing this. And then we'll bring our arm over as far as we can. Sometimes some of us can't cross too far over, but like I said, as far as you can, say around the groin area, and then just go from side to side and continue on up. And this is just getting the chi to move around, supporting the movement of the body. The movement of the energy. And then turn your palm up and tap the inner arm all the way down to your fingertips. And then palm down, come up from your fingertips all the way up to your shoulder and your neck, just gently tapping. And actually, you can do it a little more with a little more vigor if you'd like. And then we'll start on the other side. So bring your arm over as far as you can, and just go back and forth, just tapping where it feels right for you, gentle tapping. Love pats, we're giving ourselves love pats. And then turn your palm up to the sky and come down the inside of the arm. This is considered the yin side, and then come up the yang side. Yin and yang together make a whole. That you all have possibly seen that symbol of the yin and the yang, the circle. One side is darker with a little spot of white in it, and the other side is light with a little spot of dark in it. Okay, so you can see me doing tap your head. This is actually good for our memory. Okay, and now we're going to come around and tap our back and our tush. And then we'll come back up, and either side of the spine, get the kidneys. And this is considered the kidney channel. So come down the kidney channel and the outside of down the outside of your legs to your heels, or as far as you can reach. You know, if you can't reach your heels, and actually I should mention, all of this can be done in a chair, and then come up the inside of your legs and then down the back side of your legs. And then from your toes, come all the way up the front of your legs. And then you tap the groin. So, you know, these are, like I said, these are simple, and this can be done in a chair. So we'll get the groins, you know, they're under the arms and the groin, there are lots of lymph nodes. So this is good for our immune system. And now I'll step back a little bit. We're going to pump energy into our heart. And again, you can, if you're on a chair, you can just lift up your heels. But if you're standing, we can lift up our heels, and we actually want to flick our wrists as we're lifting up our heels. Flick our wrists. And if you can even jump. This is actually very good for our bones. Okay, so now we're going to put our hand over our lower abdomen, and this is called the dantian area of our body. It's a center that stores qi. There are three major centers: the dantian, right below the navel, about 2 inches below the navel, the heart, and the head. It's called the Niwan in traditional Chinese medicine. So now let's go ahead from here, and this is called morning mist. Wait, no. Weeping willow greets the morning mist. Remember to keep your knees soft. And so just circle your head around your neck and shoulders in one direction and then in the other. And come on back to center, and then circle your shoulders around your chest and back. Circle your shoulders around your shoulders, those shoulder blades, and feel that you're really moving those shoulder blades. So several times in one direction, usually about 3 times, and then the other direction. And then we'll open up. So open up your arms, and if you can only open them to here, that's fine. Only do what's right for you, of course. And please do not judge yourself. So you're going to pull your arms back, and you want to do that with your shoulder blades. Feel that the shoulder blades are pulling in towards your spine. And then hands down. Very nice. And then we're just going to come up and over, and up and over, and a little bit of a twist around in front, a little bit of a twist to the front, and then a little bit of a twist to the back. Beautiful. Okay, and next, the hips. So again, make sure your knees are soft, especially with this one, but as much as possible, and you can have your hands on your hips or on the small of your back, because you really want to feel that you're moving those hips so that so your shoulders stay relatively still. So circle around about 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other direction. And then we'll just come forward, forward and back, and forward and back. Trying to keep your back as straight as you can. Forward and back, forward and back. And then one more time, we'll just circle around once in one direction and once in the other direction. Okay, and now we're coming on down to our knees, and we want to warm up our knees. And then there are 3 positions for your hands. You can put your fingertips around your kneecaps, and that gets acupressure points. And if you don't know what that is, you could look it up on the internet. It's just little places that can be very healing if we put a little pressure on these acupressure points, and they're all over the body. Or you can just put your hands on top of your kneecaps or your fingers on and thumbs on either side of the kneecap. So that's up to you. And then just circle your knees around. Again, we'll go in both directions. 3 times one way, 3 times the other. I like actually to change the position of my hands. And then we'll circle out in opposite directions, out and around, coming forward to the side and back 3 times. And then we'll come to the back, to the side and forward. And then we'll go back and forth. Just glide our knees forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back. Okay, and now we will come around and put our toe on the ground. And if you feel wobbly at all, or if you're insecure, if you feel like you're going to fall, make sure you're safe. Make sure there's some furniture nearby that you can grab onto if you need to. So we're just going to circle our foot around both our toe and our ankle. So you want to feel something in your ankle. Again, about 3 times one way in reverse directions. And this is when you really want to be careful with balance if you need to. So just maybe gently rock back and forth and just empty one leg and empty the other leg. And if you can, completely fill up one leg and lift up the other. And again, have something close by if you need it. And just circle your foot around your ankle in one direction and then in the other. And then we go up and down and up and down and up and down, side, 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 and shake it all out. And actually, physical therapists, if you have something going on in the ankle, sometimes they'll have a little sandbox right at your toe, a tiny little sandbox, and ask the person to make the alphabet with their toe to get a lot of movement in the ankles there. So again, on the toe, circle around the toe and the ankle 3 times one way and 3 times the other. And then bring your foot forward and circle it around your ankle, making as big circles as you can, 3 times one way, 3 times the other, and then up and down and up and down and side, 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 and shake it on out. Okay. And now we're going to do our hands. This is the teacher that I learned this from was a massage therapist, and his fingers were getting stiff. And he said doing this 3 or 4 times a week was very helpful. So let's go ahead and we're going to just open up our wrist by pulling back gently, and then I'll open the top part of the wrist, pulling back, doing it on both hands. That. And then we'll interlace our fingers and just kind of bring as much looseness and relaxation into your wrists as you can. And then we tap. So you'll tap the wrists together 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then the sides of the hands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other side of the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then again with that gentle fist, we'll tap the palm side of one hand, but you want to circle around the whole hand 9 times, the thumbs and the fingers as well as the palms. 8, 9, and then the back of the hand. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the other hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the back of the hand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we're going to take the baby finger side of one hand, but keep it very relaxed, so it's not going to, it's not like that. It's just soft. Your hand will be soft. And we're going to get the webbing between the webbing of each finger. And again, we'll do this 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should mention, and I just noticed I was doing this on myself, keep your shoulders relaxed as you're doing it. So the other hand now, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it doesn't matter if you start at the thumb side or the baby finger side. 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to get between all of the fingers and the thumb. Again, just relax shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the backs of the hands. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yay. Okay. Oh, I know. I did. We do 5-pointed tap as well. So in Tai Chi, they call this the eagle's beak. It's where all 4 fingers touch the thumb, and we'll tap again the whole hand, the palm and the fingers and the thumb. 6, 7, 8, 9, and in the backs, the same. 8, 9, and both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and so now we're going to massage our hands. It's almost like we're releasing the chi that no longer serves us. And it's kind of a wonderful thing. It's just like when we breathe in the oxygen that we get from the trees. And we breathe out, we breathe out the carbon dioxide that the trees need. Like we need oxygen. And so it's the same thing with the chi, as we're kind of giving back to the earth the chi that no longer serves us. The earth uses it. I've heard it called compostable chi. So just get that out. And you can even milk your fingers a little bit if you'd like to. And then we'll just shake it out. And now we're going to give ourselves a little facial. I have to take my glasses off here. And so you could take your double knuckles, start right between, this is called by some the third eye point, right between your eyebrows. And you just will smooth out from that point across right around your eyebrows to your temples. And just keep going so you get your whole forehead all the way up to your hairline. And then come to your temples and circle around 3 times the temples, and then 3 times above the ears, and then circle around the sides of the ears, in front of the ears, I should say, and then the jaw joint. Circle around the jaw joint. And then take your index finger behind your ears and your middle fingers in front and just slide up and down. Now, if you've ever seen a reflexology chart of the foot, you can see where the bottom of the foot relates to the whole body, where there are different areas of the foot. Well, the same thing is true of the ears. So we're going to massage the front and back of our outer ear. And if you find any places that are tender, you could maybe go to a search engine and look up a reflexology chart of the ear. And that place, that spot that's tender, it might give you a little hint to an area of your body that you might need a little extra TLC. And you could also find that massaging that area on your own just can maybe help that part of your body. Okay, and so now that we've gotten our ear, we want to get our face, and you can either do it with your double knuckles, like massage around your cheekbones and your cheeks, or I like to actually use my fingertips, but this would be your choice. I like to get my nose, around my mouth, the lips, and like I said, the cheeks, and then take your fingers on top of your jawbone and your thumbs underneath and trace your jawbone down to your chin. Nice. And then come around the back of your head, and there's, you'll feel that occipital ridge, which is the bottom of the skull. You can kind of gently just lift that and then get either come up and down either side of the top of the spine there. Nice. And now what we're going to do is dust it off, just like we did with our hands a little bit ago. We're going to just dust off the chi that no longer serves us. Bye. And like I said, I just love the idea that there's this wonderful circle, that the chi that doesn't serve us serves the earth, the plants, and the trees, and the flowers. Okay, so now we will return the chi. So want to get the feeling that you're really relaxed. So just let your arms hang loosely at your sides. Have your feet comfortably apart. If you want to make them a little wider than hip distance, that's okay. But definitely apart and a little bit of tuck. Your pelvis perhaps. Your knees can be straight or slightly bent, but definitely not locked. Okay, so now what we'll do, like I said, is we're going to return the chi. And so what we do is we turn our palms outward. And if you can stay relaxed, you can maybe feel some tingling in your hands and your fingers as we do this. And if not right away, it can develop over time. Really feel that sense of ease in your shoulders, that sense of ease in your breath and in your body and in your arms. And so our fingers will be apart. Our arms, as we do this, are straight but not rigid. They're soft, straight and soft. So we just gather up the chi, all the chi around us. It's in the earth, it's in the heavens, the sky. And just bring it into our bodies. Bring it down, all the way down. We're just going to continue to do that, to feel the beauty of the earth and the sky. Bring that into ourselves. And as we're bringing it in, this helps nurture our bodies. It helps nurture our nervous system. It helps nurture our minds. It's quieting down our thoughts so that we have dominion over our thoughts instead of our thoughts having dominion over us. So we can think of the balance, the earth, and the heavens. And then of the dark sacred night, bright blessed day, be light. Loving kindness for ourselves and for all others. All others. Continue to bring it in. If you have a soft smile on your face, you feel pretty wonderful too. As we bring in all of this beauty and love and joy, we feel the oneness of all things. So this will be the last time. We'll do it one more time. Just slowly feel that beautiful chi coming in through the palms of your hands, down your arms into your heart, from your hands up to your whole body, through your head, and throat, every place in your body. And then you put your hands on your dantian and just hold it there. Maybe even close your eyes down. Feel that beautiful breath circulating around your body. And then just allow your hands to come down to your sides. And one thing I neglected to mention, so if you want to do this exercise again, you can coordinate the breath with it as well by inhaling up and exhaling down. So if you happen to do this again, try to remember to inhale up and exhale down. And in a way, I feel like it happens naturally. But I just, those are our very simple, it's a very simple introduction to to QiGong. And there literally are just so many different movements in QiGong. And if you want to explore it further, there are lots you can explore on good old YouTube. But anyway, lots of love to you and all wonderful things, everything wonderful and blessed. And I also teach yoga, so I often end with a namaste. So take good care.